Hey guys, Jessica here with Home Sweet Farmhouse, and you may recognize these beautiful cabinets because we repainted them not too long ago. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check out my channel for that because I'm absolutely loving this color against the white that's in here. But I'm coming to you today because I came back from a trip. This was my little travel bag with all my travel size bottles and everything. I came back from a trip. And I literally am like going to put this back in here and my goodness, what have I done? So I need to organize this, and I figured I might as well show you guys what I'm going to do because small bathrooms like this, and as I'm showing you my sink up here, I don't have a medicine cabinet. My husband has a medicine cabinet on his side, so he gets the medicine cabinet. I don't have any storage on top of, like, this is it. This is all of my storage, and then my drawers here, which aren't too bad, but all this needs to stay in here unless there's stuff in here that I don't need. So my Dollar Trees, so I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money. I just want to get this organized, right? And I don't want to take a long time to do it. So my Dollar Trees are really small, and they do not have a whole lot of storage containers. I mean, very, very, very few. The selection is almost non-existent in my Dollar Tree. Now, I know there are lots of other Dollar Trees that have amazing, like, rows and rows of storage, and I wish I had that, but I don't. So I'm having to go a little bit unconventional with what I'm doing. They don't even have the risers in my Dollar Tree. The ones where, like, that are like made for kitchens and plates and things like that, where you can, like, stack things on top and then you have a space underneath. So my Dollar Tree doesn't even have the risers, and I don't want to spend $10-12 to buy them on Amazon because, I mean, this is my bathroom, right? So my storage solution is a little bit unconventional, but still Dollar Tree products, so it's incredibly inexpensive. So let's get into this and get all of this reorganized because I can't live like this anymore. And I'm also going to talk about products that, like, I don't know, let me just grab something here. Now, I actually love Enjoy, but I haven't used this in a really long time. So I either need to remember that I have it and use it or get rid of it, because the reality is that we have way too much stuff. I know I have way too much stuff, and just because I spent money on something doesn't mean I should keep it if it's not serving me. So as I'm going through here, I'm actually going to be, like, really, really harsh with myself, and I'm hoping that's going to give you some encouragement to do the same, because, you know, that guilt that we feel about, you know, we spent money on something does not need to define what we allow to keep in our space, but because what we allow to keep in our space, it takes up, it's mental inventory, right? Like, looking in here, I have no idea what I have. So obviously there are things in here that are not serving me, and I need to do better. So let's get into how I'm going to reorganize this. Okay, so if you saw my closet organization video, you probably already know about me that it is just going to be easier to pull everything out and then sort. Some people, it's totally fine to just, like, sort as you pull things out. That's just, I mean, it may work for me, but, like, in my mind when I'm planning things out, it's not the best for me. So I'm just going to start by pulling everything out. If you want to pull, you know, make decisions as you pull things out, you're welcome to do that. I'm just going to start by pulling everything out. Okay, so I've got everything pulled out, I cleaned in here, and now what I'm gonna do is just as I start going through all of these items, I also, kind of off camera, I did go through my drawers just to see if there was anything that was in them that shouldn't have been, and I pulled out a few things. For the most part, what's in here is what's supposed to be in here. The bottom drawer I did tidy up just a little bit, but these were fairly good to go to begin with. It was just down here, so I'm gonna just shut this to get this out of my way, take the doors out of my way. Now I'm just gonna start like rummaging through and seeing maybe what's expired that needs to get thrown away, or that I'm never gonna use again. Something, if something just doesn't belong, something's almost empty. Another really good thing about this is that you kind of see what you need. So like I was going through here and I realized I need more contact lens cases. I just used my last one. I grabbed it last night to start using it, so I know I need that. You know, and there may be some other things as you're going through that you're like, oh, I'm almost out of this. I need to go, you know, add this to my list. I need to go get it. So that's a really good thing. You're not gonna run out if you know what you have and what you don't have. So one other thing I do want to mention, and I already said it before, like, just because you spent money on something, don't feel guilty that you have to keep it if you're not going to use it, if it's not serving you, if it's not serving a purpose. One really good way to pass things on is, you know, see if another person in your family can use it or wants it, or if you don't have anybody close to you like me, then you can go to your local Buy Nothing group. And Buy Nothing groups are on Facebook, so, you know, if you have a Facebook account, great. If you don't, that's fine too. But if you do, join your neighborhood Buy Nothing group and just see if somebody wants some of the stuff that you know you're not going to use. So as I'm going through, I'm going to clear out the things I don't need and I'm not going to use again, and then I'm also going to kind of start separating things into like items. So that's the next step. Okay, so I have started separating the items I'm going to keep that I don't use very often. For example, this is all summer stuff. This is sunscreen, bronzer, and different things like that. Sunscreen for my body, sunscreen for my face. So I don't use that very often, so it can go in the back. And I like that these are clear so you can see what they are. This is all of my travel size stuff, things that I need when I travel, which we haven't been doing very much this year. So that is also going to go in the back. Now I do have some larger items and I have some bulk items like soaps, ibuprofen, Q-tips. Those things can get stacked up back here because I have a container in my drawer here that has plenty of Q-tips in it. I just refilled it last night. So this is extra, this is bulk. So I'm gonna just stick it up here at the top. And same thing with my soap. I don't need to get to that too terribly often, but I do want it accessible, so I'm going to stick it on top up here. I also have extra toothpaste because I do buy that in bulk as well, so I'm also going to stick that up here. A couple other items that I don't use too terribly often are going to be my cotton balls. So I'm going to stick those in a container here. and see if there's anything else I should stick in there, like nail polish remover. So I'm going to put all of that together. Don't use that very often, so I'm going to put that in a container and stick that down here as well. So then I have some other items that I don't necessarily need to get to right away, but at some point I might. So it's going to be, I keep all the vitamins I take weekly in this pill pouch. So just once a week I'll need to pull this out and get to my vitamins. So I'm going to stick those in here. So I don't have that much left, and I just have these two containers that are going to be really easy to pull in and out. So I can also fit taller items in here that I may need to get to more often. So like hair products, like my water bottle. And then this bin has my jewelry cleaner machine as well as the solution that goes with it. Right here, easy to pull out, which I actually do use that fairly regularly, so I like keeping it up front. But this is much more organized. I can see what I have. I can very easily get to things, pull things out that I need to get to. Everything is see-through, and it's just going to be much more convenient for me to get in here and get what I need, see what I don't, what I already have. It's going to be much easier now. I do have a lot of stuff to get rid of. I also have all of my travel bags that I'm actually going to pack away in my luggage because, like, shouldn't it be there anyway? That's the only time I'm going to be using it. So I'm going to put all of my travel bags in my luggage for safekeeping and storage. It's going to take up a lot less space in here, and I mean, there's nothing else in my luggage anyway, so it might as well be there. And then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all the things that I don't need. So I hope this gives you some inspiration to go ahead and reorganize. And even though it was a little unconventional, go ahead and reorganize your small bathroom. As you can see, I just don't have that much space. I don't even have a medicine cabinet. So I have to do what I can with what I have, and this was incredibly inexpensive. I spent $6 at the Dollar Tree, got it all done, and yeah, I think it looks so much better. Thank you so much for being with me in this video. I hope this does provide some inspiration for you and help you to realize that you don't, just because you spent money on something doesn't mean you have to hold on to it if it's not serving you, if you don't need it, if you're not going to use it. Get rid of it. It's not going to remove the guilt from the money that you spent. In fact, it will, I find, it actually kind of like alleviates that guilt because you're going to get rid of that item, and once it's gone, you're not going to think about it anymore, which means you're not going to feel that guilt anymore. But what it does do is let you know that that's not an item that you should buy again because you're not going to use it. So it's actually going to save you money in the long run. So I hope that helps you out. Thank you so much for being here. Give this video a big thumbs up and look right down there at that subscribe button. If it's red, go ahead and click it and turn it gray. When that happens, a bell will appear. Click the bell, select all notifications. That way YouTube can notify you every time I post a new video. Thank you again for being here with me, and I'll see you in our next video.